What's up, Night Stalker? Night Watcher, how you doing? Night Stalker. Hey, man, let me know if you can hear me okay. Once again, I'm doing a test on the earpiece again. So I want to make sure everybody's hearing me okay. Had some issues with the on my last video, last live stream, shit cracking. So audio wasn't the greatest. So let me know how it sounds. So I figured I'd do a short live stream in here for a little bit. Run this, see how long it lasts. But thanks for coming in. I appreciate you. It's still crack. Is it still cracking? All right. All right. Let me do. This is why I'm doing it, so I can do a test here. All right. Hold on. We'll see if we can do this. Okay, just let me know. I'm gonna go through the settings and see how it sounds. Let me know how it sounds. Hey Rodney, how you doing? Buy me a soda. Shake it up. Nice. Yeah, let me know how it sounds. If it's still cracking or not. It could just be, because it's up against the window or something. I don't know. Is it still cracking? Okay, hold on. I don't know what the fuck it is, man. Let's try something else here. Okay. Maybe I gotta send them a thing about the fucking the shitty fucking Okay, let me okay, let's try that. Okay, how about now? How about now? Sounds like you're talking from an a-hole. Yeah, I'm trying to do this earpiece thing. See if it sounds better. So let me know what it sounds like. Yeah, I have my earpiece right here. You'll probably hear some weird ass noises too because I've been sick. So if you hear me doing that, sniffing and my voice, weird shit coming out of my voice, it's you know, how you get the gurgly shit in your throat. So let me know. Does it sound any better? Is it coming through on this earpiece with this setting? Or is it nothing coming through? Let's see. Now you have a little of a tunnel distance sound cracking. Okay. Can't hear you, but still cracking. It could be the fucking app too, man. This app could be fucking being doo doo too. Because I used this the other day and it sounded fine when I was in flexes. Could be. That was new shit on here. You don't want speakerphone, so we'll go back. So remember, it's one of those the jaw ones too. So I might say, all right, try that. I don't know what else to do as far as settings, general. Let's see, broadcast quality sounds like shit. Shift videos from comments about it. Add screens now. say, okay, let me do this then. I'm gonna go ahead and try this. All right, we'll do speakerphone. How does it sound off the speakerphone? Off the speaker. Cheap gaming headset would fix it with 19 months. Yeah, I'm not spending any fucking money. It has a slight crack sound when you used to blow. I don't know. What the fuck? I don't know. Yeah, it's still cracking. Yeah, then it's got to be the fucking app. And it's got to be the fucking app doing it. It might just be where I have it set. I don't know. I don't know. Unless it's just something else. I don't know. Maybe I got it turned up too high or something too. I don't know. Let me try turning the volume down. It's better now. Okay. Yeah, let me try turning the volume down. Maybe this speaker is just so it's pretty sensitive or something. I don't know. Here, let me try. Now, I'll turn the volume down. Maybe that has something to do with it. I don't know. Maybe because it's sensitive. I don't know. So I turn the volume down. Let me know. I wonder if it could be maybe the volume's too high or something. I don't know. I hate being fucking sick. Any word does sound better? With the volume down? Or am I not coming through at all? Like, how Vegas? It's going, man. It is what it is. See, once it's good, don't touch it. When it's good, hold it. You will till you touch it. What? Once it's good, don't touch it. When it's good, it holds till you touch it. Well, like I said, I just turned the volume down. So unless maybe the speaker's sensitive on the phone and it's causing it to. So I turned the volume down. So maybe that. I don't know. Is that helping? It's going good. Kane, how about yourself? How's it going? Junior does that too sometimes. Yeah, I know. It could just be the fucking app too. You know, so many people use it nowadays. I'm sure, but just let me know if it sounds okay. Because like I said, turn the volume down. Emily, how you doing? I hope you're doing well. Hopefully you had a great Thanksgiving. Yeah, it was all right. Didn't do much. Ate, slept, ate a little more, and just chilled. So how's it sound now with the volume down? Does it sound better with the volume down? Hey, Daphne, how you doing? Sounds okay? Okay. Okay, so now I'm going to try it with the earpiece. All right, we'll try it with the earpiece, with the volume down, see what happens. It does now, but not sure that was the issue. Okay, well, we'll try it again with the earpiece. Well, they were saying it was cracking continuously, so let's go. Do this. Go here. The volume, because this thing's loud. This phone loud, man. All right, let me know how it sounds with the earpiece. Like, if you hear any cracking sounds, it could be coming from my jaw. It could be all that, a little crackly, but not too bad. Could just be the fucking, like you said, the app. Man, it's the app that's fucking up. Laughing from your jaw. I don't think we can would hear that crackling from your jaw. Isn't good. Well, you know what I mean, because it's the ones that right here. Roy, now that you have earpieces hooked up, exit, re-enter the stream. So just like restart it. Okay, let's try that. Hold on. Let's just refresh it. Reload. Okay. Okay. Now that you have an earpiece hooked up, exit. Okay, come back. Leave and come back into the stream? You mean end it and then come back? I'm not gonna end it because then it fucks I'm not gonna kick everybody out. I'll just do it on the daily till I figure it out. You know what I'm saying? I'll just do one every morning till I get it figured out. Like I said, it could be the app too. You know, you know. You sound better. Okay. Sounds good. Okay, good. Yeah, like I said, it could be the app too. Who knows, man? It's because it was running perfect before, and now every once in a while it's cracking. It's probably something. I don't know. So it's better now. Okay, good. All right, cool. All right, we'll just leave it like this for now. We'll leave it like this for now. Just do what you did and refresh it when it does it. Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, it could be. Yeah, it's fucking technology crap. At the end of the stream, I'll just send in feedback. Say, hey, why is the app cracking so much when you're talking? No matter what you use, speakerphone, earphones, I get a cracking. Upgrade to premium and you won't get the cracking sound. That's probably what their answer would be. Oh, it could be this phone too. Maybe I'll update some shit on the phone. I don't know. Could be in my settings on my phone. I don't know. But I never really had this problem with the old phone. So never really had a cracking issue with the old phone. But I know these speakers are different on this phone, so they're hella loud. So like I said, turn down the volume. Maybe it's just too much. I don't know. Like I said, I was using it in Flexes last night, and they said it was fine. It was clear. So okay, I don't know. Could just be the time of day where I have it because I have it leaning up against the metal frame window. So maybe it's the metal frame window causing interference. I don't know. But my last live stream on Saturday was cracking like a big dog. It was hella bad cracking. It's not choppy like usual. Okay, sweet, sweet. Well, thanks, Brandon. Don't forget, guys, new channel. Um, we got a new channel. Let me put the. I don't want to touch the phone because it'll fuck up. Let me post a comment. So if you guys haven't subscribed yet, all right, what the fuck? The hell is that, man? I'm nuts, man. If somebody has the new channel link, can you throw it in there for me? Mine's being retarded. Hey, what's up, Red? Mine's being so put the new channel link in there if you can. I can't get it on there. My phone's being on my end. The other way was fine. This is the static. This has static on my end. Then it's got to be something with y'all shit then, because some are saying it's okay, others say it's static. It can't be me. If other people are getting different, then it's probably with you guys too. Is there a way to link them? No, no. No. See, like I moved our other stream is fine. Okay, thanks, Kane. I appreciate you. No, because see what happened is I had to move the videos. I moved our first two live streams over to the new channel. It loses everything. You can't see the comments on the old live stream. You lose all the likes, all the comments, all the views. So when you move it, you lose everything. So I can't even look through the live chats on it because I lost it all when you move them over. So sounds good. Okay, yeah, then it's got to be so. What I'm saying is I'm saying is on your channel you have a section to put your other. Yeah, I put it. Yeah, I did. I put a community post today with the other channel on it. Click on it. You can do that. Kane the other way was fine. What do you say about that? You guys always have something to say when I say anything. No, no, it's not that, Robert. Nobody's picking on you. Okay, there it is. Cool. But no, everybody's been experiencing something different, Robert. It's not just you. Everybody, and they've all been saying the same thing. So nobody's picking on you, Robert. Robert, I'm gonna have to drive down to California and slap you, man. You getting too paranoid with this shit, man. Getting too paranoid, man. I'm going to come down there and I'm going to have to hook up in the boxing ring. Have a little fun, man. No, no, you're fine. You're fine, Robert. That's why I'm asking everybody because everybody's having a different experience. Some say it's fine, some others say it's crackling. I'm asking everybody the same thing. So. All right, cool. But yeah, man, we're gonna have to hook up in the boxing ring, man. Get a little bit of this frustration out on you, buddy. Yeah. We'll have a charity boxing match on Robert Reese's channel. It'll be like Thunder Lips versus Rocky on that bitch. So you clip in content. Okay, cool. Cool. Like I said, it could be running perfect today, and then Saturday it could go to Duke. Who knows? This phone doesn't have like a. This phone doesn't come with a jack, so I had to find a micro. If I choose to do the microphone, I found one that I could use for it that hooks to the USB-C port, but then that's going to drain the shit out of the battery during StreamYard already takes a shit takes a lot of energy from the phone, so because this doesn't have the jack like the old phones used to have. They don't have that anymore. So yeah. Well, I got multiple sets of earpieces, so I have another set of earpieces, so I could try those too. So it just all depends. Like tomorrow, I'll do another quick live stream. Tomorrow, I'll use the other earpiece, see which one works the best. I have multiple. I buy this shit and I don't ever use it, so you know how that goes. You buy shit just to buy it, to have it, and you never use the shit. So it's just one of those things. You buy stuff and you never use it. But other than that, how's everybody's day going? Everybody getting their Christmas shopping ready? Everybody getting ready for Christmas? Hope y'all are buying yourself some fun stuff. But you sound like you might be getting. Yeah, I definitely have a cold. That's for damn sure. Oh yeah, it's been like that for started Saturday, about Saturday night. So it's yeah, got the boogers flowing and nose stuffed up. So yeah, definitely small cold action. All right, yeah. Hey Emily, thanks for coming in. I appreciate you. Have a good day at work. Oh, yeah. Yeah, got my tree. Yeah, shorts by Brandon. Hey, short Brandon, how you doing? You need one of them studio mics when you make your millions on YouTube. Yeah, right. Yeah. If I make $1 million on YouTube, that'd be fucking hilarious. That ain't happening. Hey, Miss Geeky, how you doing? Hey, what's all the drama? I don't know. There ain't no drama in here unless you bringing it, partner. Mr. Dino. Mr. Dino, who lives in a perfect world. Sound fine? Okay, cool. Thank you. Yeah, it could just be like I said. It could just be the app. It could be yeah. It's all kinds of things. But yeah, I know for Saturday it seemed like it was me. So like I said, it's one of those work in progress things. You know, how many chiclets were going to make today? I don't know. Last night we were slow. You know what, Dino? I pretty much figure it's going to be slow, and it's going to get slower and slower as we get to Christmas, because people will start getting their checks. They're going to be last minute Christmas shopping, so it's going to get slower and slower. Unless you know those the ballers, you know they'll always have the money for that shit. But as it gets closer and closer to Christmas, it's definitely going to slow up. That's it. It always does. Never know. YouTube wants more people to become famous now. Yeah, we'll see. Well, that's because they lose a lot of the, you know, they're probably losing a lot to Instagram and Snapchat. You know, they're probably losing a lot of people. You know, what kind of mic is it? It's not a mic. It's just my earphone. This is my earpiece. I got, you know, the Bluetooth earpieces. No hate to your friend. I was just there. Solo live stream. Glad you have two channels. Yeah, I have the other channel. Yeah, it was just one of those things. It was planned on, but it was already planned on. We had already planned on it, but everybody was in a hurry to push it that way. So we ended up we just ended up doing it. So yeah, exactly, Brandon. Almost done. Sweet. Yep. So it's like I said, it's just gonna get slower till Christmas, and then after Christmas, everybody will be paying their bills. You know, unless you live in one of those baller neighbors, you know, you live in that baller market, then you don't have nothing to worry about. You're always gonna have the rich people. They have their endless wallets, so you know how that goes. DoorDash wants to pay our wage. Now I see. Hell no. Well, you know what? If you know, see the problem with that branding is nobody's happy. No drivers are ever happy. No anybody's ever happy. So why not do it hourly? You know, you got people bitching and complaining they're only making $5 an hour. So you know they're switching it up. You know, that's the thing. It doesn't matter what the apps do, bro. It doesn't matter what the apps do. People are still gonna bitch and complain. Nothing's ever good enough. Nothing's ever good enough. So it doesn't matter what they do. The payouts are crap. Got you. But yeah, Brandon, nobody's ever happy enough. Doesn't matter what DoorDash does. Doesn't matter what Uber Eats does. You know, doesn't matter. Everybody thinks they're worth $1 million. So it doesn't matter what they do. You know, how come you don't have a wrench? Because I haven't been able to. I haven't had a live stream like this in a minute. I'll get you a wrench, man. You don't have to worry about it. Nobody's gonna kick you out though. Somebody kicks you out, then I'll have to kick them out. But you should be fine. I'll get you one though, so you can feel, so you can be blue like everybody else. My job about to go bankrupt, so I have to look for a new one. Got you. What Carvana going out, going under? But, but it doesn't matter, man. Everybody's gonna bitch about something. I need the power. Yeah, right. I need to be blue like everybody else, bitches. But yeah, so it doesn't matter, man. They could have the best running app. They could have the highest payouts, and people still complain. It's not high enough. It's not high enough. So it doesn't matter, man. You want to be blue too? Okay, I'll make you blue too. I'll make you blue. I wish you could do. I wish you could. That's something maybe they should do. Like when you give out wrenches, give out different colors, so everybody can have their favorite color. I want to be blue. You want to have a red one? We'll give you a red one. You know what I'm saying? No problem. I'll get you. But yeah. So Brandon, at the end of the day, bro, it doesn't matter. You're always gonna have people complaining. So it doesn't matter. The Blues Brothers, yeah. Yeah, that's one thing they should change, man. They should be able to give you any color you want. You know, green if you want green one. I think that'd be cool. But but so yeah. It's that entitlement, like I was talking about last night. It's that entitlement. Man. People just think that everybody thinks they're worth $1 million, man. So they can make $1 million, and they'd be like, "Why didn't I make 1,000,005? You know, I should have made 1,000,005." It is what it is. It's just like everybody bitching all the time about safety, but yet they're holding their cell phones, making videos. You know, try being safe first, and then complain about the app being safe. You know, you can't have unsafe practices and then bitch about the apps not having safety issues. Come on. Yeah, it's been chilly, man. We got down to like 32 degrees just last night, so it was chilly last night. So still pretty chilly out there right now. So you can't complain if you're not being safe. You can't complain about the apps not being safe. You know, that's the pot calling the kettle black when you do shit like that. So, but you know how I am. I hate. I'm always against the driver. Everybody says I'm always against the driver. It is what it is. You gotta have the other side of the spectrum. So, you gotta have both sides of the spectrum. But it's okay. That's why I don't have 35,000 subscribers. Cause, but like I said, don't forget to go to the other channel and make sure you sub, hit the notification bell so you get notified on Saturday. So, you know, on the new channel. So make sure you hit the subscribe and the notification bell. But but other than that, what's everybody been up to? What's going on in your life, man? Anything fun besides work? Besides 12 hours a day in the car? Should do a giveaway. Give out a couple ass pillows for all you guys sitting in the car all day. Give you some ass pillows. Give out a couple ass pillows. Hey, what's up, Jones? How you doing? It's going all right, man. Just been sick. So unlike everybody else, it's that time of the year. Everybody gets sick. Gets cold. So plus, everybody at work wants to come to work sick, so they end up getting everybody else fucking sick. It's like motherfuckers, stay the fuck home. It's like fuck, man. Oh my goodness, man. 1,200 guest breakfast. Woo! Nice, nice. A lot of scrambled eggs, man. A lot of scrambled eggs and breakfast sausages, omelets and shit. Uh, but that's how it is. Everybody gets everybody sick because they don't know how to stay the fuck home. Even though they got time, even though they got the PTO to to stay home, everybody wants to come to work sick. It's like what the fuck, people? Like, stay the fuck home. I hate being fucking sick, man. You can't sleep for shit. Your nose, you wake up, nose is clogged up, can't breathe. Fucking hate that shit. Fuckers destroyed the biscuits and gravies and tarts. Yeah, almost station was in the weeds. Right. Biscuits and gravy, man. Nice, nice. So that's cool. Sorry, sorry, y'all. Don't mean to be hacking all up in your fucking ear. Oh man, yeah, dude, it's horrible. Another day in Hell's Kitchen, nice. How do you want to come in? Yeah, I can get you in here. Hold on. Let's see. Let's get Dino in here. There you go. There you go. You can come in for a while if you want. Probably kill it after an hour. It's pretty much just a test run. Get this earpiece thing working and all that shit. So come on in if you want to come in. Gotta head back in. I'll be in the background cleaning fish. Yeah. Nasty. Cleaning nasty fishes, huh? Fish are horrible. Gotta get ready for your lunch rush. What time is it? Still early, I think. Have a good one, man. Yep, have a good one. Be safe out there, bro. Watch out for those piles of dookie. Don't step in up piles of dookie, man. All right. What's up, man?
What's going on?
Oh, not much, man. Same shit, different day. Doing a test run on my earpiece for my show on Saturday. Try to get the sound right so everybody can hear properly.
Where'd you buy it from?
Oh no, I've had this shit for shit. I've had them for like 3, 4 years, bro. I just never use shit. You know how you buy shit and you just never use it? It's one of those.
Well, I want to elaborate about our chat yesterday. Now, it's understandable. It's understandable when there's a mistakes going on,
Uh-huh.
but we need to cipher between what's a mistake and what's done deliberately.
Okay.
Now, you were correct that yeah, we do mistakes no matter what the environment we work in. There's always going to be mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
But there's sometimes there's people where they do stuff deliberately. They
Yeah.
know they're supposed to do it, but they're too lazy to do it. So that's not you can't call that like a mistake when you're aware of what you need to do and you don't do it for whatever
Uh-huh.
reason. That's what I'm trying to get at.
Yeah, but without knowing the mindset of the person that's behind the counter, you can't really tell if they're doing it deliberately or not. You know what I'm saying? You'd have to be in their mind to know that they said, screw Dino, we're not going to call his customer. See what I'm saying? How you doing, Ashar?
So
So without,
yeah, when I worked in the food industry, they not just myself, but back in the day when I used to work in other workers, we get beat over the head of how to do things right.
yeah,
And I don't see that trend going on today because you said so because they don't want to be yelled at and all that. Well, they used to do that back in the day.
yeah,
So this way it can stick in. So you know what you need to do.
Yeah, but nowadays everybody's so sensitive, bro. You can't even then they go run into the bathroom crying and shit. It's not like love was everything. That was how you lived. You go to I went to work when I was 15. Yeah, so it was back then different type of people. Nowadays, these kids are 25 years old and they still ain't had their first job yet. And then you expect them to work in a fast paced environment, and they've lived with mommy and daddy till they're 25. Everything handed to them. Shit, they don't know how to deal with people anymore. You know.
And that's the issues I'm facing. Well, I'm not just myself, but the fast food or the restaurant. Yeah, there used to be young people, but it used to be a lot more older people working back in the day where you go into these food places and it's like older people that been there for a long time.
Yeah.
They know they know where everything is. They know where they get used to it and they know where all the items are and what area, and they become part of the business after a long time. So and they get to see it's more convenient for them. They know everything how to do things.
Yeah.
Today it's
Also,
like they keep changing people nowadays. It's like they work in 2 3 weeks and then they're gone, and then it's like they train new people and they keep doing that trend where the new person doesn't get to learn anything. They leave. By the time they get to learn something, they're
yeah.
gone.
Well, that's just because of the way shit's going. Like, why would that management staff want to go through and train somebody if they know they have a revolving door situation? It's like at Domino's, bro. We go through drivers like every 2 weeks. They'll come in, work 2 weeks, gone. So it's like, what is the point of even trying to train somebody to do the job properly or trying to do anything? They just up and leave because they have no work ethic. God forbid they have to work. So it gets to a point where even management's like, you know what, he's only going to be here 2 3 weeks, so why even bother showing him how to make a cappuccino? Let's just say something stupid like that. Why even bother wasting our time showing him if he's just going to leave in 2 weeks anyways? So,
Yeah.
and people with their work ethic nowadays, shit, they want to, look at some of these laws like in California, Seattle. They want to give you 80 weeks of fucking paid vacation. They want to give you, you know, 13 months of maternity leave. And that's what these restaurants have to deal with is, let's say you got a bunch of waitresses and they all get pregnant. Now you got six waitresses out on their pregnancy leave for 4 months. It screws the restaurants, and it's getting to the point where restaurants they can't win for losing because of just the garbage they have to deal with on the regular.
Yeah, the working environment, especially in the food industry, has changed a lot.
Yeah.
The way it looks up today.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
it's just
yeah,
it's looking like how society is looking. Lazy, crybabies. If I don't get it my way, I'm gonna quit. But it's just that's how it's looking right now. It's a reflection of society. Is how work is. Back in our days, our society was about working hard, blah blah blah. You know what I'm talking about. Now it's I'll do anything to try to not have to work. If that
mhm.
means crying or I don't, whatever the case may be. So, so,
Well, it's a
so the
money it's a money issue too.
well, yeah, that's true. And I'll give you a perfect example. I'll take Domino's as a perfect example. A minimum wage went up to what is it, 10.75 here now. Domino's hasn't given us no raises, so you're getting new drivers that are, when I started, it was what 9.25. So you're getting new drivers hired into this new pay rate. Well, how should I feel about that? Shouldn't I get more money than that? Why is a driver that just came in and knows dick making the same amount of money as me? When I've been there 3 years, I know everything in the store,
There
but
you go.
yet he comes in, and so that's another thing that pisses people off. Because of this whole everybody's got to be equal. Well, if everybody's got to equal, you got to take the long termers and hook them up. You got to give them extra because it's like, well, fuck, I might as well quit Domino's, come back a month later, and get the same rate of pay as everybody else. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, and that's the problem, and that's why you lose a lot of old timers because they've been there so long, they put in so much time, they're making a certain amount of money, and then they hire these new dinks that know nothing, and they give them the same amount of money. At that point, why should you stay? It's like, well, wait a minute. Where's the respect for your older employees that have stuck by your side and learned to do everything? There's no respect for them. So that's why you get a lot of old timers that say, you know what, fuck that. Let these newbies fuck your store up if you don't want to take care of us us old timers. So
Another thing I noticed, and I think not when you're doing Domino's. I'm saying when you're doing like the gig economy.
uh-huh.
I think you probably noticed this, and other drivers have noticed this. I have noticed this is that you go into, let's say, a Taco Bell or Subway to pick up like, let's say, a DoorDash offer or whatever,
Oop,
or
uh-huh.
some other fast food place, and you walk in and you see two kids behind the counter, and you look around and there's no boss, there's no supervisor, there's no manager, and it's like, how do these two 18-year-olds run in the place? Where's the manager? Where's the supervisor? There's nobody there.
Yeah. Yeah. It's that's how it is nowadays, man, because nobody wants to work those jobs. Because it how should I say it? Nobody has respect for fast food workers. And that's a huge problem. They think, oh, you're there to be my bitch, get my McDonald's. Blah, blah. Those people deserve respect. You might think it's an entry level job, and use that as an excuse to justify your being a douche. You can use that as justified as being a douche. But at the end of the day, guess what, bitch? You wouldn't be eating Taco Bell if it wasn't for those two 18-year-olds. You know what I'm saying? So there's such a lack of respect for fast food workers. I'm one. People do the same thing with me. I'll slap this. I'm different though. I will slap you. Like, don't come at me like. Remember, you were talking about yesterday, people yelling at. Yeah, I'll get a severe case of Tourette's, and I will go off on your fucking ass. I'm not. I don't think I deserve that kind of disrespect. And that's a huge problem with fast food workers is there is no goddamn respect anymore for them because everybody, oh, it's entry level job. If you want this, you gotta do better. Well, if it wasn't for these entry level jobs or these people like my age, your age, that are willing to work in these restaurants, you wouldn't have nothing. What are you gonna? You wouldn't be cooking your own Domino's at home. So,
Yeah, you
and
guys
it
have
would,
a
it would
supervisor at Domino's where you work, right?
say what?
You guys have a supervisor or manager there at the
We
Domino's?
we have like 8 different managers in my Domino's.
Okay.
So
What I'm saying is that
thanks, Arturo.
when you have like an 18-year-old, sometimes I'll have one 18-year-old only in the whole place. And that's not possible for that 18-year-old to run the whole business by himself. Common
Exactly.
sense. But why are these owners that own the business, why they letting that thing happen like that?
Well, it's just because it's just because money. It's all a money thing. Everybody wants all these corporations want to make more and more money, and the highest amount of money that they spend on their company is employees. That's their biggest overhead is employees. So if they can get that one 18-year-old to work their whole business for the next 4 hours, they just saved what? Let's say there should be four and you only got one. So they save money that way. And that's why they do it. It's all about saving, and that's the same way with Domino's. Domino's does the same thing. Certain days we know is slow, they have jack shit staff working there. So when we do get busy, if it just happens to be one of those days where everybody decides they want Domino's, you got two people, they're fucking slammed. You only got one driver, so now people are waiting over an hour to get their delivery because that's what they're basing everything. Oh, well, we're slow, supposedly Tuesday. Well, in my opinion, you should have the same staffing every day, regardless whether it's slow or busy. Because the busy days are always going to make up for your slow days. So you should always have the same staffing. But they don't look at shit like that nowadays.
So then when things happen, we can't call these things mistakes when the owners are trying to save money.
Yeah.
Going back to the video I made the other day, is that now we can say that these are not mistakes because they're doing it because they want to save money, and
Well,
and these issues are going to happen.
well, in that particular case, yes. If it's short staff, yeah, you can blame the company on that for sure.
Yeah,
But there are situations like when you had the Brio restaurant.
yeah,
Whoever might have took that order off the, let's say, off the thingamabob, the tablet. Maybe they got busy doing other things. Maybe they were stuck having to wait on tables because, like you said, they're short-handed. So, they didn't pay attention to the tablet as much. That's the thing. That's the thing with these businesses, man, is in, in my personal opinion, you should have people dedicated to your tablet. If you have if you have over 30%, 40% of your orders coming in through that tablet, you should have a dedicated crew to that tablet. That way,
One
you have
person, one person,
yeah,
one
one
person.
person dedicated, or even two people dedicated to that tablet to have a backup system. If they're busy, they got somebody else. That's the way it should be. If you're getting 30 or more percent of your orders from the tablet, yeah,
Yeah,
you should have people dedicated to the tablet. But
yeah.
because of short staffing, you can't dedicate those people to it. So
Now I'll speak for Brio because I know Brio. I pick up Brio a lot, and I see a lot of drivers going there. So they are getting a lot of orders from the gig economy there. So that should apply to Brio that they need to have one person dedicated to the gig economy tablets.
but is this the first time you ever had a problem with Brio before?
That was the first time I had a problem. But when I got the problem, I noticed because I go there a lot, it was a whole different crew. It was a whole different crew in the front
Yeah.
that I didn't recognize before because I know the people that work there, and usually it's the same people all the time that I go there. And when I went there the other day, it was everybody was new. Even the manager was a new manager.
Oh wow.
And what I think what I understand what's going on, they're not doing what the previous crew was doing. They're doing their own thing. So the manager is telling them to do something different than the old manager that was there.
Well, yeah, and that's the problem when you get new managers too, because that management shit goes people's head. So they want things ran their way and their way only. I guess it's their way of earning respect, in my opinion. And that's the problem with companies too. If you're gonna trade managers, they all need to be trading the same. Like I don't know how many arguments I've gotten into with managers at Domino's because one does it this way, the other wants to do it this way, then you got a third one doing it this way. You have four managers on shift, all wanting to run the shift differently. It's like no, if you're gonna have that many managers or managers, period, this whole system needs to work the same for all managers. Not, oh, well, it's his shift. He can make a decision. Well, no, wait a minute. You got four managers. Why do I got to go to each manager and tell them the same situation? Like
Hmm.
if I go to this manager, I say, hey, having an issue with my car. Give me about 15 minutes to fix my car. You don't tell the other manager that, and so when the other manager, hey, Roy, why aren't you driving? Well, I told this manager that, hey, I need 15 minutes to work on my car real quick. Well, you need to come and tell me that. Well, fuck. What the fuck do we have four managers for? If
Hmm.
I got to tell you, shouldn't your management staff, when I go to a member of management, go to other management staff and say, hey, well, he's got 15 minutes he needs? They don't do that. So that's the ignorant shit you got to deal with when it comes to these businesses. Everybody, you want to have multiple managers, but every manager wants to do it differently, and that to me is ridiculous. Everything
Yeah,
should
the
be one
structure.
way. Yeah, one way only. One should be one way and one way only. Not every manager has a different decision. That's ridiculous. That's retarded to me.
Yeah, it's the structure has. I think it has collapsed the way it was. It has collapsed.
Yeah,
Like you said, it's like consistency. There's no consistency anymore.
yeah.
And the
Well,
managers, you do not own the business, the franchise. The franchise has a set of rules. When you go to like the Domino's website or any other franchise website, they have a ladder of how they do all the rules and regulations that how to run the business, and it has to be consistent.
yeah,
But when somebody comes in and changes everything, dude, you don't own the business. You're just a manager.
yeah. But but then again, too, you got to look at a lot of managers' hands are tied nowadays too, because you got to worry about people's feelings. Back in the days when we first got our jobs, they didn't give a shit about your feelings.
Hmm.
Do what you do your job and be done with it. Now, you sneeze at a motherfucker and they start crying. Oh my god, he asked me to mop the floor. Fuck, they start whining and crying, and it's fucking ridiculous nowadays, man. So, like I said, it's all an environment of how our society has become. Everybody's wearing pussy hats nowadays. You can't bark at them. Like when I worked in a restaurant back, I don't know if you ever heard of the Alpine Village Inn. It used to be a really popular German restaurant over by the Hilton. Dude, there was no fuck. That was no joke. Those bosses like get your shit, get out there, get those customers this, get the customers the food. Nobody can handle that shit nowadays. They start crying. It's like, oh my god, So, and like I
Mhm.
said, all this shit is just a product of our environment and society now. Everybody's gotten so soft, bro. It's like people want to complain because they can't wear purple hair at work. Well, that's not fucking professional. But if you don't let them wear purple hair at work, you're the bad guy. You know what I'm
Yeah, I
saying?
noticed
Or
that.
maybe,
I've seen some girls with the green hair and all that in the food
yeah,
industry. Like,
come on, man.
so that stuff can carry over to the gig economy drivers when they have to show up and pick up a food. That affects them as well,
Yeah, but
and
then
that's
again,
what.
you also got, but I also look at it this way: how many drivers do you feel are the cause? I always say the drivers are the cause of a lot of their own problems when it comes to restaurants because I've seen it myself. I've been, you know, uh, I know people don't think it, but I do DoorDash, and I've seen how the drivers treat these employees. And after you deal with 30 or 40 of these fucking douchebags, at what point do you think the employee's gonna? You just have to come in having a great day, blah blah blah, blah. They've already dealt with 30 or 40 douchebags. They're not gonna give a fuck if Dino comes in skipping like with the Wizard of Oz and shit. They're gonna look at you, oh, another fucking piece of shit driver, even though you could be the best, coolest, funnest driver in the world. So a lot of it deals with your own drivers because what I call the entitlement attitude, wanting to put phones in people's faces, yelling at them because you have to wait an extra 5 minutes because the restaurant's busy. A lot of that falls on the drivers too, you know?
And the gig economy companies, that's what I'm saying. That a lot of people are trying to say, what does the food business have to do with the gig economy? Well, right now we are talking about it, how it can affect the driver that shows up into the restaurant. But the
Exactly.
companies themselves, like the gig economy companies, they don't do this type of job to see what really is going on between drivers picking up food from restaurants. They don't see that. Even though the DoorDash was the only one that I heard that they wanted to have their staff workers in the office to do like once a month or once a year to do like a week of delivering. We're talking about 10 years and 20 years experience over here. You're not going to learn anything and see anything within a week. It takes a long time. This is not something that happens overnight.
Yeah, and we got
Yes.
and let's fucking be honest, bro. In my personal opinion, a lot of these people that do DoorDash, Uber Eats, they're lazy ass people. That's why they don't have a W-2 job because they don't want to follow rules. They think they're above following rules. They think they're above doing this, doing that. And so they bring that same ignorant mentality to the gig world. And then when because they don't know what it's like to work in a restaurant like you and I do, they want to go in there and just start demanding shit like, oh, because they don't have no experience and they have this mindset that I'm the greatest thing since sliced bread and people got to bow down to me. And that's a no, and that's what people need to realize is that that's why I say there's such a lack of respect for either fast food workers and all that shit because people just get that idea. Well, I work for myself. Fuck them. I'm the better person because I go and pick up DoorDash. At the end of the day, no DoorDash driver can say they're better than me being a pizza fucking delivery guy. We do the same fucking job, exactly the same fucking job. The only difference is you pick what you want. I get dispatched on what is ever there. So
Mhm.
to sit there and think, oh, we got to treat Roy like shit because he's not an independent employee like I am, that, oh, he doesn't know what he's talking about. Bullshit. There's no difference. The only difference, if DoorDash had a Domino's Pizza app, it would do the same thing as the DoorDash app. So it's no different.
Yeah, we got
Hey,
Dustin driving in the chat.
hey,
Hey,
oh shit,
Dustin.
oh shit, we're in the high level now. We got Dustin in the house. Woo! How you doing, Dustin? But it's just it's and that's why rideshare I think has gotten rideshare people respected the drivers because they knew, hey, I'm getting a ride. I called them, blah blah. Now because of once again society's I'm entitlement, you get a lot of issues with rideshare drivers now. It's like, oh,
Oh, Dustin is showing a lot of issues that are going on with rideshare. I
hey
mean,
man, Dad,
I'll take like I'll have like a second thoughts to do that type of job, man. When I see all this things you got to deal with customers, and now at least when you're delivering food, you might have to deal with in their doorstep. But when you're doing rideshare, they're in your car, dude. They're in your
Yeah.
personal space. And you
Yeah,
heard
but
about the
that
recent Uber, somebody killed an Uber driver recently. You saw the
yeah, that yeah, but that's as many rides as they give out any day. That's kind of like taxis back in the day. You'd have that. Uh, but then again, that also falls on the driver too. If you're going to be that driver that's not paying attention, got your head face down, you portray a grumpy attitude. See, that's the thing with rideshare. When I did it, there was no having a you can have a bad day, and customers can see that. It's just like we see it when we deliver food. If you look at the cashier, look at her face, she's like, just got that look on her face like, oh, go fuck me, you know that's the same way when it comes to rideshare, and you portray that to your customers in a rideshare. You're in a close space at that point. It's not like me and you behind the counter and the other customers back here.
Mhm.
When you're that close together and you start throwing a really bad attitude towards a customer, you've opened yourself up to get that ass whooped or socked in the back of the head or choked the fuck out, whatever they do to you. So, like, that's one thing when I did rideshare, even though if I was in a bad mood, I always had a smile on my face. I was like happy, because the customer feeds off that shit, and if you get in your car, do rideshare, and I've seen these videos, these motherfuckers look like they got scowls on their face, like they're ready to beat somebody up themselves. That's going to rub off on your customer. And so, there's a lot of things with rideshare that these drivers, they don't think of. They just, once again, these apps, they encourage people to do this that have no skills in doing it. Like DoorDash signs up all these drivers that have no idea on food safety. They have no idea on how to properly deal with customers because they've never had customer service job, and then you have these issues. You know, so
Just like the Pedro, when Pedro made a video about, he did a ride share. I don't know if you've seen that video where the customer got out of the Pedro's car, and it looked like there was some kind of drug dealing going on right on the
mhm,
sidewalk. And with that, if there was possibly an issue, let's say that whole neighborhood was being scoped out by the state or the police department or whatever,
uh-huh.
could they have held Pedro as an accessory to that drug dealer going on? You know what I'm saying?
No,
Depending on the state too. That's the thing. So it's like they're making like the easiest job to do. They're making it so difficult and so dangerous.
uh-huh.
And it's supposed to be like, it shouldn't be rocket science, but it's like it has turned into like a nightmare to do certain things in the gig world. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because as far as Pedro knows, unless Pedro's sitting directly next to him and see what's going on, that guy could have been grabbing some money from his friend, or he could have been giving his friend some money or something. Maybe his friend called him, "Oh, hey, can you bring me like $40?" So Pedro really has no true knowledge of it.
But if it was,
Depending on,
what would it turned out to be? You know what I'm saying? You
yeah,
never know.
yeah, and the worst he would get pulled over. They'd pull that person out of the car and deal with the drug issue and most likely send him on his way. But to hold him responsible, unless, like I said, unless you have direct knowledge, which he did, even in his video said he didn't know exactly what was happening, but he assumed it was a drug deal. It
Yeah.
is what it is.
But
I
the
could
state,
assume.
you know how the states are. You know
Yeah.
how dumb their laws are.
Hmm.
You know, you go to one state, they have these sorts of rules, and it's like it's ridiculous. It's just ridiculous that the rules and laws in certain states, it's like you pull your hair, and it's like, what the hell? What kind of laws are these? Like, I think it's Wisconsin or Minnesota, Wisconsin, one of those states where your shutters have to be the same color in your house. And if you have one shutter in your window that is blue and the other one is green, you get a fine by the state. What do you
Yeah.
fine somebody because they have different color shutters on their home? How is that a law? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
And the car air fresheners, in some states they allow it, but in certain states they say it's a violation. What they call it, a moving violation, to have an air freshener hanging from your rear your mirror. But what does it say on the air freshener? It says car air freshener. It doesn't say home air freshener. It says car. So
Yeah.
so in the language, when you go to school and you learn English, it says car air freshener. It goes in the car. If it
Yeah.
says home air freshener, it goes in the home. But in the state, it's like, okay, so why do you allow the sale if it's illegal? And this particular air freshener is only for cars. Why do you allow the sale in that state? Why
Well,
don't you go to AutoZone and tell them that we have a law in this state, you cannot sell air fresheners. It's a moving violation in this state, and you'll be fined for selling this product in our state. But they let them
well,
sell
because
it.
yeah, but they're like the Christmas trees. I have them in my car. I don't put them in my thing. I just throw them in the doors. They're in the little, little, things for your door, your little pockets. I just put them in there. So really, at the end of the day, it's up to the person that's buying it if they use it properly. You know what I'm saying?
It's ridiculous.
It's
It's
just,
ridiculous. You can't have a
it's just
cross hanging or a necklace or this and that. And then you go to another state and it's like, this guy's got like a 1 pound of stuff around his rearview mirror there, and it's fine.
yeah. But see, a lot of the when it comes to traffic laws and stuff, they can find any reason to pull you over. That's why you got a lot of these goofy ass traffic laws, is because that's kind of like how they do a lot of proactive police work. They know, hey, why this motherfucker got 45 fucking tree air fresheners in his front, windshield? That's probably because he's masking drugs or whatever the case may be. So a lot of it is they make these stupid ass rules to hopefully get you doing something else. Like really, I've watched cop shows where they pull over a person because one of the fucking license plate lights is out. He has another one, but because one's out, they pull you
Yeah,
over.
that's
And
BS.
then
That's BS.
yeah, and next they find meth and all this other shit. So a lot of us do. A lot of these traffic rules are stupid, and they do it as a proactive means to get people pulled over that may be doing other things. So yeah, a lot of the traffic rules are just straight up fucking stupid. But
That's why they
yeah,
should have the traffic police dealing with traffic and let the police officers do their work protecting the citizens. And if you want to have some kind of a traffic enforcement, which in some states they do have that, well, New York used to have that. They used to have traffic police with traffic vehicles. The brown, it used to be a brown color, and the
uh-huh.
uniforms used to be brown. It was years ago, and it was the traffic police, and they take care of anything that has to be uh,
Traffic
about
related.
traffic. They'll deal with it. They'll pull you over for those things, like like moving violations or something wrong with your vehicle or parking or this or that. So it doesn't escalate to the point where you see nowadays police officers starting to have like a shootout with the passenger.
Yeah.
And it started out with one light being out on your license plate and the other one is on. It starts from that and it ends up being like you know,
So
the old west, like what happened in up in Akron, Ohio.
yeah, but that's
He shot the kid 90 times, and it's like, oh, it looked like he was reaching for weapon. The weapon was in the car anyways. I already covered that story. I mean, that was like World War II right there. That was like a Vietnam War right there. 90 bullets for a kid. 8 grown people cannot handle a kid. And they said, oh, these guys are veterans. You call that veteran?
well that
It's
that's
unheard of.
that goes back to police training, bro. So
But they said that
you're
they were experienced, and this kid was a DoorDash driver. And the reason I think he fled, and this is my personal reason, because we know what happens with Checker. Because that's going to go on your record because it was a traffic violation. He didn't want that to go to Checker and him losing the DoorDash opportunity to work with DoorDash.
yeah.
So that's one of the reasons he tried to get away. There's a lot of reasons. It's not that because he's guilty. He knows how Checker is. We all know how Checker is. But 90 bullets, you shooting a kid with 90 bullets for a moving violation on a car? I mean, come on now.
Yeah, but I don't know. I have to watch that and see what you're talking about exactly. But a lot of that goes on police training, bro. It's like you're trained as a cop to shoot till the threat is neutralized. So if that takes 90 bullets or 800 bullets, that's what they're gonna do. Oh, I know which one you're talking about. The kid that had the mask on that ran from the car that actually had a gun in his hand. That one.
No, it wasn't in his hand. It was they found it in the
It
car.
was in the car. Yeah. Okay. Well, that he kind of did that to himself. I don't have sympathy for that. That to me was a suicide by cop situation. he had just lost his wife, and then you go running out of they know there's a gun in the car. You go running out of the car with the mask on. It's dark outside. You know, so it is what
The
it
young
is.
kid, he doesn't want to be identified by checker. They don't want to. He doesn't want to know that that's him.
Well, I don't believe it. I think there was a lot more to it than that, and because trust me, I'm currently paying off a ticket right now, and I passed my DoorDash background check. So
And I'm just saying, it could be a lot of reasons, but there's no need to shoot somebody with 90 bullets for traffic violation, even if you're running with it, wouldn't it?
well, like I said, I think there was more to it. I think he had already tried to rob somebody earlier that day. Something happened earlier in that day that made his car stick out. So I think there's a lot more to it. So,
But in general, the laws, the way they're going on in
Red,
the state, it's just too much. It's just too much.
Red, you can drop a link whenever you want. Red, you can drop a link. You have freedom to drop links whenever you want. You're away from your mic. It's not as loud.
Hey,
No,
what's up, Fred?
I have the volume turned down extremely low, and I'm using an earpiece. That way, I can get away from all the crackly sounds because people don't like the crackly sounds. But yeah, Red, you can throw in the link whenever you want. For some reason, I can't do it. I tried to do it at one time, but
So bottom line is
yeah,
like a lot of things going on when you're working out there. There's so much. We know it's not perfect, but it's too much. They created all this confusion for no reason. Things can be
yeah.
a lot simpler, a lot easier, but they love confusion. They love this whole chaos. They love anarchy. We see it every
Well,
day.
they love it because they want to control you. These apps are in control. I don't care what we can argue till I turn fucking blue and pass the fuck out. An independent employee. That is all there is. This whole I'm self-employed. No, you're not. Self-employed person goes out and generates their own leads. They generate their own work.
Yeah.
You're being handed work by a separate company. All you do is accept and decline. You're more independent subcontractor than you are a fucking self-employed.
Well, I'll call it semi-employee. Semi-employee.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I call it independent employees
Independent.
because
Yeah.
yeah,
Semi.
because a true independent contractor or somebody who's self-employed, they go out and get their own work. They go out and bid on jobs. They go out and
Yeah.
develop the customer
And they show you
relationship.
everything up front before you accept it. Not like DoorDash. Like,
Exactly.
oh, we'll show you
Exactly.
after you accept it. We'll show you the rest. No, that's not how it works.
Yeah. And like I said, the only difference between DoorDash and Domino's is you can pick the orders. I get dispatched the orders. That's
Hmm.
the only damn difference. We're doing the same exact job, but you get to say, I'll take this one where I have to take the next one in line. There's no damn difference.
Hmm.
So, and when you think about it, if you're so self-employed, turn your app off for the next month. Tell us how much money you make, Mr. Self-Employed. You know what I'm saying? Turn the app off in a month and let's see what you make in that month if you're so self-employed. Because without DoorDash, you wouldn't make your 2,000 a week, 1,500 a week. You wouldn't be making it. So you're
Yeah.
not self-employed. If you were self-employed, you turned your app off for a month, you'd still be able to go out and make money and bring money in. But you can turn your app off for the next month and you ain't making jack shit because you're not self-employed. You're relying on another company to pay your bills, just like I do with Domino's. So
And I hate the fact that the other companies are trying to copy DoorDash. Like Uber Eats is trying to copy DoorDash. Grubhub is trying to copy DoorDash. I'm like, DoorDash is not your daddy.
now all these companies follow the same business model. One will do one thing. It's like when Uber came out, Lyft would do the same thing Uber did. If Lyft did something, Uber would do the same thing Lyft did. I think they have like inner communications with other companies. Say, hey, we're gonna do this, blah blah blah. So, or you got the people that work at Uber Eats, they end up working for DoorDash, so they implement that trying to shit, and vice versa. So I think that's a lot of it because if DoorDash sees Uber Eats being successful doing this with their app, then DoorDash is going to try to implement it as well, and vice versa. So I think they play off each other. Just like Domino's. If Domino's has medium pizzas for $7.99, all of a sudden Pizza Hut has their large pizza for $7.99. So I just think it's back and forth, feeding off each other. Personally. What's up, Cruise and Dasher? How you doing? How you doing, Rideshare Driver Source? Oh yeah.
So I watched because I don't do Uber Eats, so I watched Zach Drives Fast. He made a you know Zach Drives Fast, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he made a video yesterday. I don't know if you've seen it or not. It's about Uber,
Uh-huh.
and he was talking about how the base pay where how it used to be for a while, it was $3.50, and now they're sending him $1.95 for base
Oh
pay,
wow.
and it's
Yeah,
for longer distances. And he's like, why am I getting $1.95?
yeah.
And what's the deal with the 95? Why is it like 5 cents off from the $2? Why can't it be like exactly $2? Why is it $1.95?
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
ridiculous.
And he
Yeah,
made the
that's
video saying like they lowering the base pay even with Uber. So it's like
yeah,
the economy is going down, everything's getting so expensive, and now they're lowering the pay.
yeah.
And it's like, what the hell's going on?
Well, I think they're probably lowering the pay because they're trying to encourage, like you said, everything's getting slow right now. So they're probably trying to encourage more people to order so they can keep their profits around the same. So they're probably offering discounts or whatever for people
Yeah,
to
but
order. So
how is that gonna make it more acceptable for people to accept these orders?
well, it's not going to be because well, first of all, we already know you're going to get people to accept whatever. You're always going to have that group of people that will accept that $2 and be happy with it. So I don't ever see that being a problem.
You
The
got
only
other
people
drivers. You got
yeah,
other
the only
drivers saying, "Oh, we're making so much money." I'm like, dude, they're saying that, "Oh, the money is real that we're getting from these companies." Dude, you're taking the whole total pay out of proportion. What the company is paying you for that order, everything else is the customer.
yeah,
They're trying to make it seem like the company's paying you the whole total pay is like coming out of the company's pocket. No, it's not. They're paying you $2 and it's costing you $3 for that delivery in gas.
yeah,
So you
exactly.
basically minus the dollar. If it was just only company pay, you're minus the dollar now. It's coming out of your pocket. So what you're making is from the customer.
Yeah, exactly.
And whatever
And
whatever DoorDash is paying you, like $2 and 2.50, that's just enough to cover your gas. You're not making money.
yeah, that just yeah, and that's who it hurts at the end of the day. It hurts the
Yeah.
cherry
It's
pickers.
it's the add-on tip is what you actually where you're making some money.
Mhm.
So the customer is actually paying you, not the company. If
Yeah,
you want to look
yeah.
at it that
Essentially,
way.
at the end of the day, yeah, you're relying on customers' tips. See, I don't have to rely on the customer tips. I get paid an hourly wage,
Exactly.
where you guys have to rely on the customer tip to pay you
Yeah.
the majority of the money.
It used to be 50-50. Like when I started with Grubhub. Their base pay was like depending on your distance, they'll pay you 50 cents for every mile. That
Yeah,
automatically it was 350 base pay to get go. And then they'll add how many miles you went there. And you were getting like a $6 base pay, sometimes a $6 base pay. And then the customer will put in another 6 or 6.50. So it was 50-50. Now it's
yeah,
like 20-80. With
yeah,
DoorDash, like 20-80.
yeah,
DoorDash is paying you
exactly.
20% when Grubhub was paying you 50% of that total offer.
Yeah. Well, see, and that's why Grubhub doesn't do it anymore because they can see they can get away with the same shit DoorDash is doing. So
Yeah.
why should they go out of their way to pay all this extra when they see, hey, these drivers are willing to take a $2 DoorDash, why don't we just pay $2 as well? They'll be willing to take ours too. So that's how that boils down to.
And now Uber
Um,
Eats is starting to do it now.
yeah,
Great.
and it's the same thing. It's the same thing with the rideshare when Uber and Lyft they would
Yeah,
be battling who could lower their mileage the lowest. Like fucking Lyft would have it 60 cents a mile, and then Uber would drop it to 55 cents a mile. So Lyft would turn around and say 50 cents a mile. So that's what it is. Because they want to take away that market. They want to take away the market share. So in order for DoorDash to take away the market share, they had to be the cheapest. They had to offer the cheapest amount of anything to the customer. So you get a bunch of $2 orders. Grubhub looks at that and say, well, wait a minute. If they're paying their drivers $2 a mile, $2 an order, and people are taking them orders, why the fuck am I going to pay them $12 an order?
and DoorDash used to be back in the day when there was no tip in the order. They used to pay you like $5 or $6 for base pay back in the day. So everybody pretty much changed that.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Exactly.
And we
And
got
that's
Sensei in the
all.
house. Sensei in the house. Sensei
Oh
in the
yeah.
house.
What's up, Sensei? How you doing?
What's
But
the
that's what
lion
it
then?
boils
Part
down.
two.
But that's what it boils down to. Everybody wants the most amount of money to make, and if they can do it off of your guys' back, you independent employees back by taking $2 orders, that's what they're gonna pay. And they've been very successful at it because we see it all the time. Top dashers 250 taking all the orders they can get. So at the end of the day, it only hurts you guys because the true cherry pickers, they're the ones that get screwed because you got all these people taking the small orders. So
And now they got everybody has a damn program. Now Uber Eats got programs now.
yeah,
Then Grubhub's got programs, and DoorDash got programs. Now we got to get into these programs to make some money.
yeah.
It's like a roller coaster that never ends, man. With these people, man.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, people don't realize is these companies may take them a minute, but they do catch on, and sooner or later, the programs ain't gonna mean dick because they're gonna find a way to make that program work in their favor. And we all know this. We see it with every app. Everybody's happy about the large order program right now. It's just going to be a matter of time before somebody at the company realizes it and they finally wake up and say, hey, we can do this. We can offer our top dashers the large order program because they have the 80% acceptance rate. Anybody below that, no more large order program. It's only going to be a matter of time. So, and that's the thing with these apps. You can work them as long as you want. It's only a matter of time before they try to find a way to screw you. And unfortunately, you're stuck in that situation at that point because this is all you've done for the last 3 years. You got this mindset that I think I'm my own boss, even though you're not. And I don't want to work at W2 anymore because I'm used to waking up at 12 in the afternoon and making $150. And so you're going to stick with it and burn yourself out, burn your fucking car out, and all that just because, you know, you don't want to be an employee, which you are pretty much, in my opinion.
As I said, the most how they turned this most simplest thing to do is delivering food. You pick up the order from the restaurant, deliver it to the customer's house. The most simplest thing, the most easiest task to do, they made it so sophisticated.
Yeah.
Trying to make it so hard, like it's so sophisticated. Oh, we got these programs, with this and that and this, and adding stuff and customer rating and acceptance. They didn't have any of that back in the day when people doing deliveries, and
Yeah.
it was they didn't even no, not even cell phones. There was no way to contact the customer or the store, and things
Yeah.
were getting done. And drivers were making money, and people were getting their food. Now
See
it's
what a
like,
lot of
oh, it's sophisticated to do food delivery. I'm like,
yeah.
since when it was sophisticated? It was never sophisticated.
Yeah. Well, look at back in the day when you had to deliver pizza, you actually had to look at a map to find the
Yeah,
house. There was no GPS,
yeah,
and they were able to get pizzas delivered, and you had to look at a map on the wall to say, okay, that's where it is, blah blah blah. There was
exactly,
no GPS. Yeah.
exactly. And things were getting done. There
Yeah.
was none of this crap that we see today with the gig economy. None of it.
Yeah.
So you didn't need all the stuff that you're seeing right now in the gig economy to do deliveries because the facts show that back in the day, we didn't have any of that and things were getting done the same way. The
Yeah.
customer was getting their food, same way today. But now we're
Well,
relying on technology. I mean,
and you got to also remember, man, like a lot of these companies, they never like a pizza joint has no issues with delivery. Pizza joint has no issue with delivery. Chinese places have no issue with deliveries because they've always relied on delivery. There was always back when I was 18 years old, you could get the Chinese delivery to your house. You get pizzas delivered to your house. Now you got all these companies jumping into the delivery business. They know dick about delivery. Chipotle don't know dick about delivery. They never delivered to anybody.
exactly.
You got McDonald's. They don't deliver to people. Now they all of a sudden they're dealing with
Yep.
McDonald's actually has the best, in my opinion, they have the best model for DoorDash and eating. The way they bag their food, the way
Yeah,
they
the
do it. I
packaging
think
is
they
well,
have
packaging. Yeah,
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 they have the best model for that.
yeah.
But as far as that concerned, Sonic, they've never fucking delivered to nobody unless it's on roller skates out to the parking lot.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
so now you got all these companies jumping into the delivery game that know dick about delivery,
Hmm.
and 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 you got a company that's working off technology, which we all know technology fucks up every now and again, and
Hmm.
then you just get this big clusterfuck combined. You know,
Like Sensei, read what Sensei has to say here. That's because drivers gaslight themselves by thinking they are sophisticated business owners.
yeah,
There
exactly, exactly, and that's their whole
you go.
mindset. Oh, I'm a business owner. No, you're not. You're not a business owner. Just because you fill out a 1099 doesn't make you a business owner. Trust me, it doesn't.
I think
Like when I did, like when I
Sensei's
did
a
my
little
business.
expensive here if you look.
Yeah, like when I did my businesses, selling my reptiles, selling my hedgehogs, um, doing my aquarium maintenance. Guess what? Roy had to go to doctors' offices. Roy had to go to individuals' houses, hand out business cards, say, hey, you got an aquarium? Here you go. I had to go to fish stores with a stack of business cards. Hey, if you got any customers that are looking for maintenance, if you don't do it, here's
Mhm.
my card. That's true business owner. I had to advertise my animals for sale on whether it's websites, Craigslist, go to different reptile store. Hey, would you like to buy my boa constrictors for this price? Blah blah blah. Put them on consignment so the store could sell my stuff. That's true fucking business owner. Taking an order off a fucking app and hitting accept is not a fucking business owner. Let's fucking face it. But because they feed that fucking, they continually feed that fantasy, and you got YouTubers that continually feed that fantasy. That's what people want to believe. It's like anything. If tomorrow we told everybody for the next 365 days the sky is green, guess what? Everybody be looking up. Hey, the sky is green today. It's just that thing. They feed it. They feed that constant bullshit because they know that's what people want to hear. People are going to tell them what they want to hear, and they're going to believe it. Like you can have a chick tell you can have a girlfriend tell you sit there, oh, you have an 8 inch cock, you have an 8 inch cock, you have an eight, and then the next girl, when you dump her, finally gets her, she goes, hey, you only got a 4 inch cock. No, I have 8 inches because that's what I've been told by my ex for 3 years. You know what I'm saying? It's they just tell people what they want to hear. So,
Yeah, it's a mess, man. It's like, plus the
yeah.
gig economy thinks they know it all, so that's another issue with that. They think they know everything as well.
Well,
That's why
they
you,
know enough to they know enough to get people to burn out their cars,
yeah, yeah.
sit in a car for 12, 13 hours a day. They know enough to get them to take $2 a fucking order. They know enough that they got millions of drivers out there doing their bidding, and they're willing to continually burn out their shit, no matter how low the prices go. No matter DoorDash could drop their deliveries to $1, and they'd still have a shit ton of drivers out there. So
And it's
that's
people got used to it for so long, they don't want to get out of it. That's another thing. It becomes an addiction
yeah.
too. That's
Yeah,
another.
because like I said, it's like, oh, I get to wake up at 12.
Yeah,
I don't have to listen to somebody tell me to make a burger right. I don't have to listen to
yeah. They got some perks. Yeah, they got some perks.
so. But at the end of the day, you're still just an independent employee, in my opinion,
Yeah.
and it is what it is. There ain't no self-employed bullshit. But all right, well, I'm gonna go ahead and kill this. We've been on for an hour and a half. We've had a good discussion.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Uh, yeah, so I'll let everybody get back to work. Let's see. I'm sure it's getting close to everybody's lunchtime, so they gotta go pick
Well,
up
it
their
was
child.
nice to come on here and chat with Roy again.
Hey, no, I appreciate you coming on, Dino. I
It's
appreciate
been a
you.
while.
It's good to have a good conversation. You know what I'm saying?
Probably see you later on the live stream with the
Yeah,
lounge.
yeah, maybe I've been limiting myself to that. So don't
And
like. I'm
Sensei
getting
will be
tired.
there.
Yeah,
Sensei will be there as well.
get tired of ignorant drama in some of these rooms. So limit myself to it. So, all right, man. Well, I appreciate everybody coming in. Thanks. Say bye to Dino. See you later, man.
All
And
right,
I'll
guys.
see you guys.
Catch you all later.
Yeah, right. I'll see you guys later. All right. Have a good one, guys.